Graphic design is dying. Well, that seems to be what everyone is saying online. With the rise of AI, the technological advancements of tools like Canva, Adobe Express making design, graphic design specifically, easier for anyone to do, I'm not surprised this is what people are thinking. Well, if you are afraid of these technological advancements in AI, I'm here to tell you, do not be. I personally believe graphic design isn't dead or dying, but it's changing, it's different, and it's evolving. So what graphic design jobs are being replaced? Well, essentially any jobs that are quite easy to do or require less skill. So for instance, if you wanted to design an icon, then AI could probably do that. If you're wanting stock photography, then that's easy to get. Essentially, platforms like Canva are empowering people, the everyday person, to design for themselves by using templates. AI, on the other hand, is empowering people to use large language models, or even generative AI is allowing people to just add a prompt and get some artwork out of it. And there are some ethical implications to that I'm not going to get into in this video, but it should be noted. So it is clear that AI and tools like Canva are replacing jobs that are quite repetitive, mundane, things that companies don't need, like presentations. You can just get a template now, like a brochure. You can just get a brochure now and you can just write all the information in, even a menu or a business card layout. All of these are templated, which means that they don't have to go to a graphic designer, freelance or otherwise, to get this work done. But that doesn't mean that it fully replaces a graphic designer, nor does it mean that you're not important, because you are important. I've been a brand identity designer for over a decade. Essentially, we are graphic designers. So we design the brochures, the menus, and everything that I've just talked about. However, we create the visual system of how it's seen and how a company visually looks. We work out what typography they should use. We work out the color systems, the logo design, how it all is gridded into a presentation, how it looks in marketing. We create the system. Now, from that, we create something called the brand guidelines. Now, this is essentially a document explaining how typography in the brand works, what fonts to use, what sizing, what grids to use typography in, what kind of imagery. We even explain colors, imagery, icons. All of this gets put into the guidelines, which is more of an idea of templating the company. And because we do that, we create a system in which another designer or someone in the company that we've worked for is able to create designs on brand. Now, what I'm trying to say is graphic designers are moving into a time of where we create the systems for people to create in. I personally believe that if we were to create a visual identity for, let's say, a coffee shop, they may not have the budget to hire a graphic designer every month to create social media feeds, to print off their menus that are forever changing, but they do have the budget for Canva. So as a designer, what I would do, and what I have been doing, is creating brand systems, the typography, the colors, everything else, as I just said before, and giving them that brand kit on tools like Adobe Express and Canva. Within that, the client is now able to design their own menus and stay on brand. They're able to design their own business cards. They're able to design presentations that remain on brand because we have created the system. Now, many people are saying that we should look at UX design, the user experience design world, because it is growing exponentially. And that is true. User experience is the experience on apps and websites. And there are designers who specialize in creating the experiences on these apps. This is a fast growing world, and this technological innovation is allowing people to get into this field more. If we look at other niches within the graphic design industry, such as UI and UX, these are growing and people are getting into them more and more because they're creating experiences for humans in order to use their apps. More and more we're seeing companies doing in-house design by themselves. It can get a bit deflating. However, as graphic designers, we can create the systems. So one thing that graphic designers can do, in my opinion, is instead of working on the smaller jobs, is segment yourself and niche yourself into a bigger job. I don't really care about the whole too niche or not too niche. It's more about understanding that if someone can replace what you currently do with a simple app, then you need to find a way around that by increasing either your skills or offering a whole systematic way of designing for them. One thing that every graphic designer or even creative professional needs is a website. It doesn't matter if you're big or small, get yourself a website. Recently, we've been working on our brand new one, and we've moved to a platform called Framer, who is sponsoring this video. Framer allows you as a graphic designer to not know any code, but to design websites like this. It's mind-blowing what you can do inside of Framer. More so than that, you can fully customize it to be whatever you want. You don't have to learn that much, and to be honest, they have some amazing tutorials on their website. And also, if you just want to take a template, you can go and find a community template that you can get for free, or there are paid versions of the template, and you can edit it from there, giving you a bit of a head start. These beautiful websites with all these animations and interactions that you're seeing were all created without code, perfect for graphic designers like me and you who aren't web developing wizards. I've been learning how to use Framer over the past few weeks, and I'm really excited to share a video soon about our new website once it's built. And I'm also excited to share some tutorials soon that will help you in your Framer journey for designing your first website. If you want to check them out for completely free and start building your website free today with no coding or anything, please click the link down below in the description. It helps me out and it keeps these videos going live to you. Thank you, Framer, for sponsoring the video. AI can be quite frustrating for a lot of you. However, whenever a technological advancement happens, things change. It doesn't die, it just changes. Let's take the Gutenberg letterpress, for example. In England prior to 1476, if you wanted to copy a book, you would have to pay a scribe to hand copy that book, word for word. That's a long process, very tedious, and it would have cost quite a lot of money. But in 1476, when the letterpress was introduced, it's meant that we don't have to use scribes anymore. So what happened to the scribes? They probably went into the letterpress. They did something different that evolved with the time. So the question is, should we have evolved into the printing press or not? And some people might say that argument doesn't really stack up, but I would suggest looking at other technological revolutions that we've had, such as the personal computer. Before personal computers, graphic design and logo design were still a thing. They were still here, but the process looked completely different. They would have to draw all day. To just compose a magazine layout or a newspaper column took forever. They would have to get all the pieces of paper, map them out, and do these crazy things that we take for granted nowadays. When the computer came along, design agencies and designers could spend less time doing physical work of printing the papers and actually cutting them up and laying them out. They could just do that digitally, speeding up their workflow. And that meant that people back then lost their jobs as well, especially when the letterpress was made and then that got outdated towards computer printing. You can get the gist here. So when people ask me, is graphic design dead or dying? I don't believe it is. I think it's just evolving into something a bit different, from where we don't just create the odd job, do these small jobs of creating a menu or a brochure or a business card, but we create actual systems. Maybe it looks like creating a template or versions of templates for a brand that is on brand. So the people inside the company, not a designer, can use those templates to create something that they need, whether it's a presentation or a menu. Another piece of advice I would give to anyone who's worried is to learn new skills in design. Obviously, I do graphic design, brand identity, I also do hand lettering, and I create fonts. I've got multiple skills in this industry, and I think if you're someone who's wondering whether they want to get into this industry whilst it's evolving, I would go and have a look at this video below, which inspired this one. It's from Bring Your Own Laptop. He talks about how the UX design is just blowing up at the moment. There's a lot of work involved. People get paid really well for UX design. If that's something that tickles your pickle, then I would go and have a look at that. But technology has advanced, and it will continue to advance, and we must evolve graphic design without losing the core passion of creating. Am I saying that we have to prompt everything? No, we don't generate anything here other than in Photoshop for outpainting or creating like a mock-up in Photoshop. We might use like generative AI to remove elements or to add elements in. But when it comes to logo design, do we generate logos? No. Do we generate hand lettering or fonts? No, we do not, because I don't personally believe that can be sort of replaced by AI, especially at this point in time. So I don't personally believe believe graphic design is dead. It's just evolving. So let's round the video up. Number one, design is evolving. So therefore we must adapt to it like we always have been doing. As new apps come out, as new technology comes out, we must evolve. Number two, learn new skills. There are so many skills to learn and little niches in design like UX and UI. You could even take our branded logo type course called Logo Launch. The link will be in the description too at Design Academy. That just shows you how to design logo types by hand, making them vector and sharing that with your clients and getting paid more. And the last tip is to differentiate yourself. If you don't know what to do at the moment, think of what you could do differently. And that normally comes from just being yourself. Just be you, design work that you're proud of and that you're happy with. Don't be afraid to take risks. If you enjoyed this video, press the subscribe button down below and I'll catch you in the next one. See you soon. Goodbye.